Boom! We are back. Welcome to 2024. This is the Everyday Fans. We've got main people in the studio. We've got Sim, we've got Smiles, and
Yo, yo, yo.
our other guy's going to be joining us real soon. Welcome back. We've got an action-packed show. There's not been a great deal this weekend. We're sort of going through that lull winter break, but there's some still really interesting games that we want to get into. So we'll get straight into the big one immediately. Hopefully, you guys caught it. It was City against Newcastle, or am I apologizing? That was Newcastle against City? Sorry, did I get that wrong? Let me have a quick look.
Yeah,
Apologies, it
Newcastle
was
against City.
Newcastle
Newcastle
against
against
City.
City.
City coming back after going down, purring, KDB coming off the bench and getting a great goal and a fantastic assist. Let's get straight into it. Sim, Happy New Year, bro. How are you? And did you see
Um,
the game?
Happy New Year to you and to our fans, man. Yeah. What can I say, man? KDB's back, man.
Oi, 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 oi,
Let me
oi.
tell you the joke, yeah. I saw the score at 2-1, yeah. And obviously I wasn't watching it, but the next commentary I saw was KDB being subbed on. Listen to me, they're gonna win 3-1.
They're gonna free
I
to.
literally called it before the two goals went in. I called it. They're gonna win 3-2. Literally.
He's got a new hair. He's got a new haircut, but
Assist.
the same results. New haircut, same results.
Um,
Jeez.
what? I don't even know what to say, man. He's a genius, bro. The guy's a genius. Anyway, before I go into City, let me give Newcastle their credit because, boy, St. James Park was rocking.
Yeah,
They did everything they possibly needed to do in order to kind of make the game a bit more difficult for City.
get something out of the
However,
game.
yeah, but however, you just got to give it to City. They've been there, they've done it so many times. I don't think these type of moments phase them.
Mm,
And I was saying this to a fellow Liverpool supporter. I was saying that where City has an advantage against the whole of the Premier League is because they live for these moments. As Smiles just said, it was just like, okay, you know what? They wasn't particularly playing bad, but a lot of things wasn't going well for them. But imagine having KDB on the bench, bro.
yeah.
Like, just imagine having him on the bench. Like, look at the goals Newcastle scored. It was a wonderful goal by Isaac. Counter-attacking
Oh,
football.
Golden
Slotted
goal
it
as
past
well.
the keeper. Golden goal as well. Slotted it past the keeper.
arguably
They
better. To be fair, the angle was tighter, but great finishes.
arguably, that's what I'm trying to say, arguably better, but two great finishes from two decent players. But then again, you see the likes of, let's say, Bernardo Silva. How many times has he come up with an important goal for City? And
Yeah,
these
There
are the
was a
admittedly.
things you can't write or buy. I keep on saying this to people, man. This is why I will personally say, as an Arsenal supporter, it'll hurt me that City are going to win the league again. Because
I
crucial
think it'll be
times,
tougher for
crucial
them this season,
moments.
though. 100%.
It's always
Liverpool
tough for
give them
them.
a fight.
But okay, one thing I would say, if you look at the stats, City are always a second half team. Am I
Mhm.
lying, Chris?
No.
Second half of the season, it's like they just click into some sort of like Super Saiyan level, and it's just like, yeah, guys, yeah, we got a cup to go and lift in May. Are you lot ready? Jump
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
plane. Literally, it's like that. So for me, it's like I can't even explain the football that was played, man. Even Bruno Guimaraes' assist for Gordon's goal. Oh, beautiful,
Yeah, there's
beautiful.
two. I was really
This is
entertained.
why
It was
I
two.
love.
Oh,
Oh, there you
uh,
go. Dropped up. Oh, yeah. Oh.
later,
What?
later.
Paz kicked him off.
Buzz came in. He didn't want to hear it. He started
Paz
waxing
kicked him
lyrical
off.
about Newcastle and then just got esco. Oh, he got excommunicado. Smiles, did you were saying you sort of touching base with the
Yeah, yeah.
game?
I was in and out of the game. I didn't see the full game.
Okay.
When he came on, I started watching from when KDB came on because I just knew something was gonna happen.
Okay, okay. Did you see his goal? Did you see his finish?
Yeah, yeah.
Such a
I don't like
beautiful
the
finish.
guy. I don't even. I don't like him. Do you know why I don't like him? Because he plays for Pep as well. If he was in another team, I would rate him. I don't like him. I don't like Pep. because I don't know what happened. They put him in the freezer chamber for what 3-4 months. Then they just defrosted the chamber, and now he's just coming in and doing madness. He did it last week, you know. Came in and changed the game last week. Sorry, I'm upset. Currently, I don't even know what
true.
you.
It's true. It's true. He's a difference maker. He's a hell of a player, and to have that in your locker is extreme. So looking at the game again, here he is. He's just back. We'll get him back on there. There we go. Looking at the game, it was a really entertaining game. It was a great game of football.
Pass as well for the young buck that scored as well.
Yeah, the assist as well for Bob. To be fair, it was a really good finish for his first Premier League goal. Newcastle, as Sim was saying, yeah, he rounded the keeper. Really neat feet, just in the box. As Sim was just saying there, Newcastle did everything they could. Newcastle have got so many injuries at the moment. They're missing about 8 or 9, maybe even more first team players. So I think they did really well to stay in the game, but you can just tell, like Sim was saying, in that first half, Kyle Walker was so far up the pitch. Kyle Walker, their fullbacks were basically playing as wingers. And they really, really pushed. You could see Anthony Gordon on one side and Almiron on the other side, almost playing inside their own half because they're being pegged back so much. And City just work the ball. They work it, find you an angle, and they create spaces. Phil Foden on the half turn was absolutely brilliant, constantly picking up the ball in that pocket and turning. They do look like they're purring again. Puz, I'll come to you just quickly.
Can I ask a random question? Sorry, it's
go.
Relating to do with City. Gerrard or KDB?
KDB.
That's the debate going around on social media right now.
KDB.
Nah, man.
KDB.
Guys.
You're saying Gerrard, Puz?
No,
the stupid Gerrard as well, because Gerrard.
I ain't seen that
player.
KDB.
You're saying Gerrard.
I ain't seen the KDB Gerrard debate. The nonsense I'm seeing, the blasphemy I'm seeing, is KDB, Iniesta, and Zidane. That's the blasphemy I'm seeing, bro. They're putting him with Iniesta and Zidane.
Yeah, but that's not bad.
No.
They were the prime midfielders of their time. Their time.
Yeah,
we'll get back onto this. We'll get back onto this at the end. We'll get back onto this. We'll get back onto this at the end. We'll circle back to this. It's a good debate, and we'll get into that back at the end. Let's finish up talking about the game. Puz, I was just going to ask you there because Sim made a really good point a little bit earlier. He said that City have a real good knack of kicking on in the second half of the season. That's why he still rates them to lift the title. Just talk to me about it. What did you think of the game just quickly? Also, if you were able to see it. And do you think Sim's got a point there that it's City still to lose?
I didn't think anything. City for the league, innit?
Still.
After KDB scored, I said, yeah, it's done. It's done. When he scored, I said, it's done.
Yeah.
Chris,
let's not forget.
We go for the
Puz
same
is a Man City fan
every
as well.
year.
So.
We go for the same shit every year. I'm done hoping. Like, my hopes went out the window yesterday. It went, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm being so real. I was watching the game start to finish, and I said, "Yeah." So when Newcastle went 2-up, I was just like, "Why didn't Odegaard speak to Arteta to go by Isak?" Then it was 2-2. As soon as De Bruyne came on, I was like, "All right, cool. Whatever he does from now to the end of the match is going to determine the rest of the season." He scored and he assisted, and I was like, "Yeah, it's done, man." They make me sick. But yeah,
wow.
They make me
aggressive.
Passionate words there from our main
that's
man.
Aggressive.
Nah, they make me sick.
It's Pep that manages Man City, you know. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I love him still, but he makes me sick, bro.
Okay.
He's allowed to say that, Smilez. He's allowed to say that. He's allowed to say that.
No. This is new. We've discovered new discovery right now. Pep makes you sick.
Same way United makes me sick. He makes me sick, bro.
Pep makes let's just concentrate on Pep for 2 seconds, then we'll move on. Pep makes you sick.
Nah, Smilez, we're not getting into it. We're staying on point here. We're not getting into that. You DM Puz outside of this.
No, Smilez.
I get into it.
You don't need to DM me. We go live. We go live on our channel and we debate.
I want to talk a little bit about Newcastle because they've had a lot of injuries, and I know that that's something that keeps getting highlighted with them a lot. Injuries.
Can I tell you why they've had a lot of injuries? Allegedly,
yeah, go on.
Can we just put that if you need to edit this out, Puz, please edit it out. Apparently, they're all cheating and they've all been caught, so they have
Oh,
been.
you're a bad man.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Cut that. Sorry.
Oh wow. You know the last time, ladies and gentlemen, that we had, I say people, you know the last time people that we had Smilez on the team, he had to get a beat moment. He's come back onto the team and he's just given us another beat moment. But that's why we love Smilez on our channel.
Apparently, that's why half of them are out. Yeah, apparently.
Look, I
Sorry,
still think
sorry,
it's
sorry.
I still think it's down to you know, Newcastle still trying to find their way with the big boys. They've had a lot of
Yeah.
games, and last season was a massive season. It really eclipsed people. Man United this season have really struggled with injuries. Arsenal have had a couple of bad, like Timber, excellent signing, and then basically being ruled out so far. So everyone struggled. A really interesting statistic that we've had 16% by this point this season more injuries than we did last season. So it just goes to show that the players are being really, really overworked. This winter break should hopefully give everyone, you know, the necessary time to kind of recover. So yeah, I just want to talk about Newcastle just quickly. So it was a bad loss for them, and if one of the teams had won today between United and Spurs, it would have put more pressure on to Newcastle, considering that Chelsea have put themselves back in the mix now because with their win as well against Fulham. What do we still consider Newcastle to be a challenge for top four? I mean, what do we think there?
Nah, I would say that Aston Villa has replaced them this year, innit?
Okay.
I think they've got too much ground to catch up on, and Aston Villa don't look like they're slowing down anytime soon. So I think Newcastle.
They drew away at
still about
Everton this
40 more
season.
games to play, you know.
A lot of football.
Yeah. So
No, guys, don't get twisted. There's a hell of a lot of football, but for me personally, I just feel that if you're talking about squad depth, I will pick Aston Villa more than Newcastle. And I believe that when Aston Villa do play in the UEFA Conference, not to be rude, they don't really put out a strong side. So, yeah, man.
That's fair enough. Puz, let me come to you on this. So I'm just going to bring you a couple stats here. So Sim's basically saying it's a bit too much of a gap. He could have a good point here. So in fourth place is Arsenal at the moment on 40 points. Aston Villa on 43 in third place. If we're talking about this mix, we're going down to 10th. So Newcastle is sitting on 10th on 29 points. That's 11 points behind Arsenal in fourth.
Exactly.
Puz, what do you think? What do you think? Is that a bit too much?
Is what a bit too much?
The point gap.
Between who?
Do you want
No, but
for Newcastle
someone's paying attention. Newcastle
to get top four.
I was just saying for who, but Newcastle ain't getting top four. The way Arsenal's playing, the way City are playing, the way Liverpool are playing, the way Villa are playing, even the way Chelsea are playing, even United and Tottenham. Yeah, Newcastle ain't making it this season. Eddie Howe's going to lose his job. They're going to get a new manager at the end of the season, and that's just how the story's going to go.
I was saying to my friend today, I just think like Eddie Howe's probably taking them as far as he can possibly take them, you know.
Possibly. I was going to get onto that. Possibly. It's a really good point, and thanks for that as well. Smilez, I'm going to come to you just quickly now. So talk to me about, the only other game really that we take note of, because they're one of our direct rivals this season with where they are in the league, is Chelsea. So really, really young squad, but Cole Palmer, again, getting a penalty. He's doing really well for them. And they got a good win really, because Fulham have been much better in recent weeks. Raul Jimenez as well has been fine in the net. I think Pereira's got 5 assists now in all games in the league, so he's doing well. So Chelsea moving up to they're on 31 points now, and they're up to 9th. So they're only 1 point behind us. Should we be worried about Chelsea, Smilez? What do you think?
Should we be worried about Chelsea? I would say yes and no. Yes, because they blow hot and cold. I'll be honest with you. They literally blow hot and cold. Who did they play the other week and they lost? And that Fulham game
they lost the first leg of the cup game against Middlesbrough.
That's it. Okay, yeah. And that game against Fulham did not look convincing. I watched the first half. Fulham were all over them in the first. Okay, I think Fulham had a better half. The first half, I didn't see the second half. I don't think they're a rival for us because they don't have a clinical finisher.
Okay.
That Ndoku, Madoku, or whatever, brother, I don't think he's all that.
Okay.
They're
Fair
better
enough.
off with what's the other one's name? Benson or Stemson or whatever his name is up front.
Jackson.
That's
Jackson.
the one. I knew it was a sim something.
He's not available. He's at the I think he's gone to the AFCON. So yeah, they started with Brozier up front yesterday, but he didn't really like he was causing them.
Did you see that header he missed? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. He doesn't look like he's pulling up any trees. Do you think that's going to be the difference? You think they're going to fade away? Don't really have a clinical finisher at number 9. Okay.
Yes.
Nothing convinced you yesterday, no?
Nah.
Fair enough.
Not at all.
Fair enough. Sim, were you able to get eyes on the game? What did you think of Chelsea? What did you think of Fulham?
To be fair, Chelsea were all right, you know. Chelsea were all right, but my whole thing, with Chelsea is that they're very limited because as what Smilez said is that I personally feel if they get a finisher, they will climb up the table. But the fact that they don't have a finisher, it's going to be quite a very yo-yo season for them, man. That's what I personally think. But yeah, man, good game. I think it was a good game for the neutral, to be fair.
And it was a
Fulham
derby as well.
Fulham didn't look out of place. Fulham didn't look out of place at all. So for me, it was just like it was a situation where it could be very what's the word I'm looking for? Entertaining. It was very entertaining, I should say.
Yeah, perfect. All right, let's move on then quickly because Chelsea's for my personal opinion, I don't really see them as doing too much. As Smilez mentioned there, they're a hot and cold team. They did what they had to do yesterday. Obviously, they're playing at home, and to score a penalty, it's not really convincing for that to be the only goal of the game.
Thank you.
It's not giving me enough evidence. They didn't really dominate the game too much. Yes, they had good possession. Thiago Silva still he had to make a challenge on the halfway line, otherwise Raul Jimenez was going through, and that sort of stuff happens, but they don't control games. They with the 200+ million pounds they've spent in that midfield engine, you'd expect them to out muscle, out hurry, hold the ball more, move it quicker, and they just don't. They don't control games, and I don't know what they're missing from that point onwards. But yeah, up front, actually, they've got some talent. Sterling's looked lively. Palmer's looking okay. But as you were just saying, there's no number 9 really to put it in the box, put it in the net. Sorry.
Can I ask you something? How the hell does Sterling not get into this England squad?
There's too much drip up. There's too much drip in this England team at the moment, mate.
No. But I'm being serious. How does Rashford? How does Grealish and Sterling doesn't get into that squad? That to me, that puzzles me.
Rashford can play different positions, so can Grealish. Different positions that Sterling can't play, and different positions that Gareth probably feels like he needs.
But that's not true. Sterling can play across the front three.
Sterling can play as a 10 like Jack Grealish.
Yes, he was playing
as a 10 like Jack Grealish.
No. Pause. No.
He was playing as a 10 in the last Euros when we got to the.
I was about to say he's not a better 10 than Grealish, but he can play that position. But he's not a better. I get what I would prefer Grealish in that position.
Then you answer the question about Grealish. Rashford can play up front. Can Sterling play up front for England?
Nah, man. Chris, come on, man. You know Rashford is not a number 9. Chris will tell you. Chris,
it's not about him being a number 9.
He needs it. If Gareth needs to do it, we know what Gareth does. He likes selecting players that can play in multiple amount of positions.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, he doesn't even. Anyway, let's not make it about the Euro.
You know what? He's probably not feeling Sterling at the moment because Sterling
We'll circle back. It's a good point. It's a good point, Sim. It's a good point. We'll circle back to it in a moment because at this moment in time, I'll read you out the forwards that Southgate's going with, and then Puz has a good point as well about Gareth Southgate. But let's just finish up on these games here just quickly, and we'll come back to that because it's a really, really good point, to be fair. Come back to that just quickly. So today, the big one today was I don't even really want to go into it really. Everton, Aston. It wasn't a big one. Everton, Aston Villa drew a dub. A big fat donut, a halo, whatever you want to call it. It was 0-0, boring as shit. I didn't really want to go into it. Aston Villa dominated possession. It was over 70%. Ollie Watkins had a decent chance, had a disallowed goal disallowed in the first half, ruled out by VAR. Lads, anything to mention there? Anything that I'm missing, or should we move on to the United game?
I think you should skip that as well.
Let's just give Everton credit for, overcoming their 10-point deduction and
I know, man. We've got you, man. I think we sleep on
doing
that.
well in the league right now.
Yeah, they've done well in their last few games. Sean Dyche, well, they've climbed out of the bottom three, but I'll tell you, they lost to Spurs away from home, losing 2-1. Their last 5 games, they lost to City 3-1. They lost to Wolves 3-0. They drew to Palace 0-0 from home, and they just drew at home to Aston Villa. So, yeah, credit, but they're still fighting relegation. So,
do you really think they're going to be in a relegation battle?
they are in a relegation battle. It's not whether I think
do you really?
They are.
They can't be in a relegation battle if there's still how many more games to go?
The thing is, Puz, they are in a relegation battle, but
can they get relegated right now if the season was to end?
No. But they're in a relegation battle. We didn't say they're in a relegation position. I think your point is to put more shine on Everton. You have to say that it's not necessarily Everton. It's the fact that there's 3 teams which are shitter than they are, which is Luton, Burnley, Sheffield United. They're definitely getting relegated. There's no one out of them 3 that's going to do anything. Sheffield United on 9 points. Oh, see him again. Sorry. Sheffield United on 9 points. So you get back in. Hold on. Let me just get him back in here. Sorry, 1 sec.
Burnley are the most underwhelming team in the Premiership right now, man.
100%.
So much hype and just so dead. Yeah.
If there's one team that show a little bit of promise out of those 3, it's Luton. But saying that, no.
You guys even know that Burnley played on Friday?
Yeah.
I didn't know until today.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, they're honestly them 3 are shocking teams, and so in that respect, yeah, to Everton should be safe. There's enough beatable teams down there, Bournemouth, Fulham, Crystal Palace, for Everton to get enough points out of that, climb their way out. So, all right, let's move on. Let's get straight into the United game today. Smilez, did you watch the whole game?
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately,
I'm coming straight to you, my fellow Red. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think went right.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
What do you think went well? What do you think didn't go so well?
What do you, bro? Did you see us on corners and set pieces, bro?
Oh.
Okay, cool. Okay, it was not just me. No. We need to sack Eric, whatever his name is, bro. He needs to go.
You're Eric Ten Hag out. We've got a divide. See this partition here between us. It's literally there. Like,
well, you're saying him in?
Yeah, no, I'm not ETH out. No.
Why?
No.
Why, bro? Why?
No,
Why?
because there's bigger problems in him. I think that's a plaster, and I don't think it will help.
I hear that, but you have to take control of your players and say, you know what? Let not anything outside of this affect you. Let's just play.
But what you're not saying, you're not done blaming Sancho, yeah?
I never
blamed Sancho. Who blames Sancho?
You're done blaming Sancho. Sorry, carry on.
No. You know what? I was expecting this. I've got some notes on Sancho. I'm expecting this, and to be fair, I don't mind it from rival fans because you're not United fans. I don't mind it, but I'll see what Smile says about Sancho in a minute because he's actually in the mud. Let's talk about this game quickly. So, poor on set pieces, poor on corners. Puz, did you see the game?
Yes, I did.
Were you expecting us or hoping we do you a favor or?
Maybe hate us.
Yeah. I was thinking, just like, oh, United, come on.
Oh,
just do something.
Yeah, fair enough. Did you watch the game? What caught your eye? What impressed you? Considering Spurs had 6 first-team players out, that was our strongest squad.
Højlund in the first half was really impressive. I don't know if you lot are a first half team at the moment.
We weren't a second half team. We were shocking.
Yeah, second half was absolutely horrendous.
I think every
It
first
looked
15
like you lot
minutes
were playing
better
at the
day.
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You
Mm.
just gave them the ball, gave away so many corners. I don't know. I don't think Ten Hag is the man for the job. You can say whatever you want,
Mhm.
but I don't think Ten Hag is the man for the job. He's not, brother. I don't know where you're going. I don't think Ten Hag is the one that's going to take United forward.
Okay.
His tactics, I don't. Till today, I don't even know what you lot
I
do.
think
Man.
this is the first time me and Puzzles have ever agreed on that topic.
I don't know what you. I don't know what you guys do on corners, defending. If not for individual talent, I don't know. There's no strategy. Is it what's his name? That ex England manager, isn't he on your bench? Isn't he one of the managers?
McLaren.
Yeah. Every time I see him there, I'm just like, yeah, man. I don't know what United are doing right now. I don't know
I think
what's
he's
his
just
role?
there for the English Premiership culture. And I don't want.
So this
Yeah.
goes into the deeper thing of what Chris always says, that it's not just the manager, it's the whole club.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're-
I
If I see
understand.
my man in my team, I'm switching off the TV, bruv.
I hear you. I understand all of those aspects, yeah. But there comes a time as players, you just want to rise up and just, I don't know, play football, man. Just
Yeah, I know
Play-
what Smiles means. I know what
play the
means.
fans back, man.
Yeah.
I
No,
hear you.
I get you.
Everything is not
I
going
get
well
you.
in the club.
We
The
got
man
the wrong
can't
player.
rise up, man.
Smiles, we don't have players that can do that.
Bro. But have a little bit of a fight, bro, Chris.
No.
man. Have a little bit
Smiles,
of a-
Smiles. We don't have players. We don't have Man City players. We don't have Spurs players. We don't have Aston Villa players. We don't have Arsenal players. We don't have those players. We don't have players in this team that know how to fight. For us
Yeah,
fans,
no.
or the club.
Bro, even a loser can fight, man. I don't care, bro. Nah, come on.
All right, okay, cool. You show me evidence where Man United, these players have fought for us fans and
Yeah.
brought it back.
That's what I'm saying, Chris. I'm,
But
I
guys,
understand.
can I-
Look,
can I-
I'm not
can I say
against
something to you
Chris.
guys,
I'm
yeah?
just saying.
You know, football really isn't about fight. If the tactics are all wrong, if the players are out of position, no matter how talented the player is, it's just gonna look like a shambles.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
I can
But-
have smiles. I can have so much fight and be running around like a headless chicken, but
And if
tactically,
you got
doesn't
players
do
that can't
anything.
follow your tactics, then what?
bro. You
I mean,
see, I don't think they follow
how
these
many
tactics.
players have come in that can't follow your tactics?
What? It's
They-
recruitment.
just
It's recruitment.
Do,
It's recruitment.
do what Arteta done. Arteta shifted out everyone.
Thank you. We actually getting somewhere now. Look, I'll come on to that in a
Everyone
second.
gone.
No,
Every
no.
single person that started in, apart from Saka,
Yep.
every single person that started on Arteta's team gone.
And Puz, thank you. I will come on to that in a second. I've got
Guardiola,
a really
same thing.
yeah. Look, again, you've mentioned two things there, Pep and Arteta. I've got a really good example for you because I'll add Andrew, I'll add Costa Coglu, I'll add Ange into that list as well.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And I'll come back to that. Just talking about the game, what really annoyed me, I can highlight 100 things, but one thing that we seem to be doing, and I don't look at Erik ten Hag for this, I don't look at the club for this, I'm looking at the players in this instance. We're lumping the ball, we're not keeping the ball. How a team like Spurs, without Basuma, without Sarr, they're at the AFCON, without Son, without Maddison, without their main players to hold the ball. Bentancur is a lovely player, but he doesn't start if their players are fit. How they are getting 70% possession against us at home is disgusting. Whenever we did get the ball, we were shattered. I saw Bruno twice, didn't even look, tried to do a Bruno Gomes ball over the top when we've won the ball. We've won it back. Sorry, let me just get him in there. There we go. We've won the ball back, and Bruno's just lofting it first time over. It doesn't roll to us. It goes straight to their goalkeeper, Mitchell. What's his name? What's his name? I can't remember. Vicario. Thank you. Then I see Rashford do the same thing. Same position from the left-hand side. Ball comes over. He whips it over the top. Doesn't hold the ball. Doesn't play it back to Wan-Bissaka. Doesn't recycle it through the midfield. Doesn't give us time to breathe. Lofts it over the top. Goes straight to Vicario. What happened 10 minutes beforehand on the right-hand side? What does Dalot do? We win the ball back. Boom. Straight over the top, lofting the ball. The amount of times we gave Tottenham back the ball after we don't even have the ball is disgusting. Now, that's not tactics. These players, Rashford, Bruno, Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, these players have been doing this for years. Højlund now looks like the only one who can actually hold the ball and play it through. And until we learn we are a counter-attacking team at best. Until we learn to hold the ball, move the ball, recycle it, we're never going to progress. We're never going to progress. And I don't think Erik ten Hag on the football pitch is saying to you, run around like headless chickens for 15 minutes, then win a tackle and then loft it into their box from anywhere on the pitch. You're not even facing the goal. Just as soon as it comes to you, just blind kick it straight into the box and hope that Rashford runs onto it. I don't believe he's
they were
telling the
crossing the ball in and there was no one in the box except Tottenham defenders.
Because it's just a hopeful ball, Smilez. It's nonsense. Hold the ball. I'm sick and tired of Rashford, Bruno, Dalot not using the ball properly. Today's football, and it's a blueprint that Pep has set across the, based on Rangnick, the Rangnick styles, the who is that ex-Leeds player? Not ex-Leeds, the ex-Leeds boss. What's his name?
Bielsa.
These guys are the disciples of this high press, gegen press football. Barcelona have been doing it as well. Why? It's to keep control of the ball. When you have the ball, you have control of the game. Why can't we do that? Why can't we dominate the ball?
Because I don't think you have the
personnel.
I don't think you have the personnel. You don't have the personnel.
And that's thank you very much. And that's all I'll say. The game for me was very disappointing. Tottenham were there to be taken. We desperately needed those 2 points there to get ourselves back in the mix. We've lost those 2 points there, and purely because nice finishes from Højlund and Rashford. Rashford looked like a threat in the first half. Great. Second half, completely faded out. No threat whatsoever. Didn't hold the ball, and we can't do that. The only one positive is that Martinez came on, looked like a bit of a player when he came on. But
that's what I was going to get onto, Chris. Let's just stay on that point for quickly, please. Did you see how many passes Martinez made through the lines? Not lofted it to Højlund just to try and control it. He was breaking the lines. That's what we need. We need someone in midfield that can just play that pass through to just break down the line. When
Casemiro, I agree with you. Martinez came on. He looked very comfortable on that left-hand side of the pitch.
And there was about 5 people around him, and he was right through it. And I thought, wow, we ain't had this since he went injured.
Yeah, but it's not enough.
Hey,
and
Chris, man, I didn't even know you were back, man. Stop laughing, man.
It seems there, bro. It seems there. We're pulling on Smilez. I like that point. We're holding on to threads here, and I keep hearing, it'd be even Erik ten Hag's been coming out in his latest press conferences, and if you read the embargo section, saying, we've had really bad injuries when we get our players back, but Casemiro and Martinez are fit now. So we're going to have our first team, bar De Gea, we're going to have, and Luke Shaw, but Dalot and Wan-Bissaka have been doing jobs. We're going to have Varane, Martinez, Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Onana, Casemiro, potentially Mainu and Eriksen. They're all going to be back. I'm predicting right now things aren't going to change. We're still not going to control the ball. We're not going to create more chances. We're not going to move it through the lines. We got a real big problem at the moment. Anyway, sorry lads, Puz, Sim, sorry we can do you a favour.
No. We're not looking for favors. We just need to do what we need to do in order to stay in the mix, man. I'll be honest.
Saying that, I'm going to get on to Arsenal because you lot aren't been looking so good last few matches, no? It's not great. Lost the last 3, West Ham, Fulham, Liverpool, and even a draw against Liverpool. So draw and then you lost the last 3 games. Are you, Sim, anything you're worried about specifically?
Everything.
I wouldn't even say everything. I just feel like we need to find a different way how to play, and we definitely just need a clinical striker. Need to find a different way to play.
Nah. That's not a quick fix.
I think you understand. Talking about breaking teams down.
No. So I wouldn't say different way. Basically, I feel like, see, with us, yeah, we try to play very similar to Man City. However, we don't, as I would say, I don't think we have some personnel, but we don't have all the personnel in order to do it.
Right.
And what it is with Arsenal's problem is we will create, but we're not clinical enough to take those chances. So you notice, see, with Man City,
the key word is also decisive. We're not decisive in the final third.
Yeah, you can say decisive, but we're not clinical. Like, I give you a prime example. Yesterday, Bernardo Silva had one chance, one goal. That's the difference. And I think with Arsenal fans here, this is where we get a bit too carried away. One chance, one goal. That's meant to be us now. That's our standard, because we created that last year. And towards the end of the season, we could see the big tail off. That's why I believe that until we address that issue there, it's going to be very hard. Our problem is not creating chances. This is what I say to people. If you look at our GA prior to the West Ham game, we should have definitely won. But West Ham had 3 shots on target or 4 shots on target?
Scored
and
2
they got
goals.
2 goals. That's what I'm trying to say. Clinical. How can West Ham be more clinical than Arsenal?
Yeah.
So our problem is it's not creating chances, it's finishing them. That's why I hope we do get some sort of attacking threat this window, but where FFP is looking, I can't really see it happening. So I just hope Arteta whip up some sort of magic where he can rally the boys.
Arsenal have the second. He's making a point. Arsenal have the second best defense in the league, right? But have scored, I think they're 5th in terms of their output. So there's 4 teams in the league that have, if I'm not wrong, there's 4 teams in the league. Yeah. There's 4 teams in the league that have scored more goals
over the past like 2-3 games.
Well,
because we were second for a little while.
Well, it doesn't really matter about the last 2, 3, 4 weeks in that respect. I think the closest person to you, I'm looking at the table now, is actually Liverpool and Aston Villa, who are on 43 goals.
There you go.
And then Arsenal are on 37. So it's not like 1 or 2. You're at like a good 6 goals behind them.
6 goals behind, bro. That's poor. For Arsenal Football Club, that's poor, bro.
I think what Sim's trying to say is you can't be 6th, 5th, 4th highest scoring team to win this league.
All right. I'll give you a prime.
We went unbeaten without scoring that many goals.
Okay, yes. Pause. We went unbeaten.
That was a different league, Pause. We're talking about this league. This league. Right here, now.
I'll give you a prime example. City's lowest goal scoring tally to win a league is 71. 71 goals. That's their lowest.
Basically double what you got.
Double what we got, Paz. And you think we're going to win the league with 36?
Yeah, but this is now. If you're talking about a whole season, let's wait till the end of the season.
Paz, we have to score another.
We have to score double what we have.
Yeah.
We have to score double what we have.
We have.
We're only halfway through the season, though.
Okay, Paz. We have to score another 30. Listen. Let me learn, guys. Let me learn. We have to score another 36 goals with the current goal threat we have right now. Do you see that happening?
Yeah, I'm just Nketiah's gonna bag in there 30 goals from now to the end.
No, I don't even see it from Nketiah. Odegaard's gonna chip in. Saka's gonna chip in. Martinelli's gonna chip in.
No. Pause.
I'm not worried about scoring another set of goals. I'm worried about winning matches.
Okay, but pause.
And how do you win matches?
And then bring me on to my point.
Bro, we can score 4. Another team can score 4.
No. Okay. Chris, you know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say, I'm trying to say is, and I think you're missing the point. I'm trying to say City's lowest goal scoring tally was 71. We on 36. Wait,
let me expand.
Let me learn. What I'm trying to say, in order for us, let's just say we score another 36 goals. In order for us, that doesn't guarantee us to win the league. That's what I'm trying to say. That might just get us top 4. Well, you don't see where I'm coming from.
So right. I think let me expand on Sim's point here, Puz. And by the way, Sim, Puz is not saying that, if you score 35 goals, you win the league.
No,
I think
what I'm
Puz is
trying to
basically
say,
saying Puz is saying he's not too worried. But I think what Sim's trying to say is 35 more goals might get you competing for top four. Agreed, but that's
yeah,
not the problem. There are 4 other teams in the league right now that are
that
outscoring you. That's
scoring
the
us. That's
problem.
what I'm trying to say. That's the
Outscoring you.
problem.
So
That's what
if
I'm
you
trying to
did
say.
score another 35, how much are they going to score? Because if they all score 40 and you do 35, by
Right,
the end of the season, the
we
GA
might
will
not
be
get top
plus
four.
11. Yeah,
We might not get top four. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say, Chris.
yeah. I heard you. I hear you. I hear
What I'm
you.
trying to say is like, let's say we do get another
Output needs
36.
to be more. Output needs to be a lot more,
Yeah.
and that's how you will win games. If you go and you put 2 or 3 past, and it's hard. It's hard. Puz has got a good point, Sim. It's hard. It's hard to win games in this league. There are no easy games. You go to
No.
Luton. That's a hard game. But yeah, you need to find a way to put that ball in the
Right.
net.
My thing with Arsenal is it's not. I'm not trying to say it's easy, but what I'm trying to say is, yeah, let's switch it up. Like we can't rely on the same Martinelli, Erdegaard / Saka, the whole that dynamic. Let's go and get a striker where we can say, no, what he can guarantee you a 10 goals or he can guarantee you a 9 goals, and let's
Can I ask
hope
you?
that. Yeah, go on.
No. Can I ask you a question, Smilez, as well? I'll ask Smilez. I'm going to ask you a slightly separate question, but let me ask Puz and Sim just quickly. Would you guys take a Giroud back?
100%,
Bro,
bro.
they'll take Lacazette back.
No,
Giroud.
not Lacazette. Not Lacazette. I'll take Giroud.
I'll
Lacazette.
definitely take my boy Ollie back. I don't really know about Laka because he's lacking, you know.
I wouldn't take Lacazette.
But Ollie
back.
G, Francis top scorer. Yeah, taking him back still.
I'll take a Giroud.
You take him back, okay? And then
I never slandered him. I never ever slandered Giroud.
Chris, this is how crazy you didn't think I'm gonna sound. I will take Jamie Vardy right now.
I hear you.
Jamie Vardy.
I know what he's saying. I know what he's saying.
Not right
I
now.
know what he's saying. I know what he's
Jamie
saying. I hear what he's
Vardy
saying.
right now will guarantee you 10 league goals. I'm telling you, Puz. The way we
I don't
play,
know.
Current Jamie Vardy.
Not right now. He's 36.
All right,
And
Chris,
to be honest,
I watched
in
the
the
championship.
championship, Jamie
He's not
Vardy
banging
is not
right
tearing
now.
up. Jamie
Not
Vardy
yet.
it's
Chris,
Dewsbury
He's not
Hall.
banging right now.
Dewsbury Hall at Leicester is doing bits and pieces. He's their
doing
top
bits.
goal scorer.
But
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say, the way we play, Jamie just needs to
I hear you.
see. He
No,
just
but
needs
I
to
know what he's
hold
trying
on.
to say. I hear him. I hear what he's
The
trying
way
to say.
we play, I understand it, but teams sit back against us and just counter attack.
And
Jamie
Chris,
Vardy can't play in our team.
no, Puz, this is why I do agree with you. The only reason why I would say it will be my whole
You
point
said Jamie.
is agree with you on that point. My whole point is I get why Jesus and those guys play because they help us build up. They help us contribute to the play. But what I'm
Sim's
trying
saying
to
he
say,
wants something different.
I want something different.
That's why I
want
said
a
Giroud.
guy. Yeah, as Chris said, I want a guy that's gonna stay in that 6-yard box. He's gonna get his head, his toe, his shin, his eye, whatever to score that goal. That's what.
And Lacazette can't do that. Lacazette's not that guy. I don't see what Lacazette gives you over Jesus. Smilez, who would you recommend? Who would you recommend for this Arsenal team to give them
Victor
something else?
Who?
Boniface, bro. He's an Arsenal fan.
All right, cool. Who would I recommend? I don't know, because I don't know what Arsenal needs. And no, as in I do know in terms they need a clinical striker, but who would fit into that Arsenal team? Don't forget, like there's not a lot of strikers that fit.
I've got the player right now that I think Arsenal could.
What, Tony?
No. Yeah, Tony would be Tony. I don't think Tony's available this.
I don't even
month.
think Tony.
That was 100
I don't think Tony's available. Yeah. So Tony will go in the summer.
No, why I would take Tony. I know he's not available, but no, why I would take Tony. One, he's aggressive. Number two, you can tell the kid loves to score goals, bro.
Tony would be the perfect part to play because he can drop in and hold up the ball and create play, and he can also score goals. He's great on set pieces. Tony would be a fantastic but when you say someone different, Sim, I hear you because arguably That's what Jesus does, but he just doesn't score as well. Whereas Tony will give you the goals, right?
Yeah.
Someone who's different. You said Jamie Vardy. He gets in behind. That's different. He runs the channels. That's different. You don't have strikers that do that so much.
Ollie Watkins, you're gonna say?
No. Someone like Alvaro Morata. Someone like Alvaro Morata, number 9 in the box, getting on the end of things, being sneaky, creating goals, scoring
I would
goals, left
actually
foot,
take
right
Morata
foot.
still.
Yeah,
I'd
like
actually take him.
because if you had someone like Morata, he's not going to hold you the ball up as much. He's not going to create play, but he is going to be in the box. He is going to be causing defenders loads of problems, and he'll get goals. In this Arsenal team, he'll get goals. He will get goals, and that will be the difference because Arsenal can definitely defend. If you put Morata on for the first 60 minutes, he gets you a goal. Take him off, then put Jesus on.
That's
Then
what
put
I'm trying
Jesus
to
on.
say.
Then see the game out.
Or
Something
no,
like
what
that.
you can put Jesus on for the first 80 minutes and put Mara.
Yeah, when there's spaces open up, when spaces open up and he gets a chance.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Someone
And
like
another
Morata, I
thing,
think would do well in this team.
I want to pop a striker as well, Puz. Jesus can also play on the wing, so it gives the
And
likes of
this
Saka a
this is
break.
the thing. This is the thing I was thinking because one of the front three has to be dropped. One of
No,
the front three definitely has to be dropped. And I like what Jesus offers on the wing because Jesus tracks back as well.
Over Martinelli.
And I don't know who, but Jesus tracks back. He has more skill range than Bukayo Saka and Martinelli. And his passing is probably better than both of them as well.
Fair enough.
My problem is that you kind of brought it to my attention a while ago, but I didn't want to listen to it. Is that as bad as Saka plays, he can't get dropped because there's no one good enough on the bench.
2-1 to Real Madrid at the moment in the Super Cup.
Bombarded.
The
drop off from Saka and our bench is so bad, yeah, that he doesn't get subbed. That's why I wouldn't mind if, let's say, Chris says we got like a Giroud, we got Oliver Giroud, yeah, to play up front. I wouldn't mind that, bro. Jesus goes on the right wing, vice versa. He can even interchange with Martinelli. Saka can have a rest a bit.
How come you don't have a cover for Saka by now? Because this is like the second season we've seen his fatigue game. Sorry,
okay, bro. To be honest with you, the reason why we don't have a cover for Saka, I have to blame Arteta. What the boy tried to do here was very sneaky and stupid. I thought the board was very intelligent in a way of they would have learned from their mistakes.
Yeah.
What they tried to do was they tried to wait to the very end to get some sort of money for Pepe. But Pepe did so bad on his loan, no one was offering us money. But because if his wages are so high, we just had to literally just pay him out. So really and truly, what we should have done, and I think this is what their thought process was, no, what if we get, let's say, a 10 million for Pepe, we can go and use that money and reinvest it
And
to
get
go and
that
get a win.
Bakayo from PSV. Someone like that.
A PSV, we could even got a Kudos. Bearing in mind, Kudos didn't go for crazy money.
That is brazy, Chris.
What's that?
That what you said went past everyone. That kid is brazy.
Yeah, like
he's
but Puz, we've seen it. I've seen enough of him. I'm still not convinced he's.
Chris, I saw him against us. He tore us apart.
Yeah. But that was a bit of a dead game, as you so told me. You know, I was highlighting.
It was a dead rubber.
His 2 legs.
But what I'm trying to say is, Puz, I haven't seen enough. I've watched him a fair bit because I do pay attention to the Holland or Netherlands league. They're Eredivisie, sorry, but he's ready for a step up, but I don't know if he could go that far. I think if he came into Arsenal now, he'd be a squad player, but I don't know if Arteta would trust him to play games. But I think that's what Smilez' point was. You need options, right?
Do you know what the thing about Arteta is, yeah? And I think this is where he's kind of similar to Pep in a way. These guys don't want you trying skills unless they trust that you can actually beat a man and keep the ball. And that's where, like we mentioned earlier with Sterling, if you're going to dribble and lose that ball, and they're going to keep hitting us on the counter-attack, we ain't playing you.
No.
We're just not playing you. And
No.
that's why Arteta likes Saka. Saka only takes on dribbles that he knows he can win.
Okay, guys.
If
You're
not, he's passing it
understanding.
back.
No, what you lot don't understand is, yeah, and I think me and you was having this conversation the other day in our other football group parts. Football's changed. You don't get flary wingers anymore. You don't get the likes of a Denilson. You don't get the likes of a Neymar or
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho. You don't get flary wingers no more. It's about
Although
efficiency.
that Rooney from Copenhagen looks drippy. Hey.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say,
guys. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
I got another short take here. Smilez is gonna I don't know, he's gonna just say something. Look, yeah.
Man, stretching.
I'd rather watch Neymar than watch CR7.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's a
I hear
fair
what you're saying.
No.
I hear it.
Oh shit, Smilez agreed with me.
I hear it.
But it brings it back to my
Name is
point.
dope.
The reason why you rather watch Neymar, because he, as Chris would say, he's drippy. Neymar's gonna try and do some FIFA Street
and it's gonna work.
stuff.
Yes.
Not all the time.
Yeah,
But
but
he gets you off your seat. He
Seven
gets you off your
times
seat.
out
It works a lot more than it doesn't.
He gets you
with
off your
Neymar.
seat. Yeah,
Efficiency,
because
bro.
Neymar's top
He's
class. But that's a point. That's a point that a couple of creators have made about how the flair from our game
He's
has
about
gone.
work rate efficiency.
Yeah, it's about numbers.
This brings it back to my point about Arteta and Guardiola, that their type of management now. Sims dropped out. Yeah.
Anyway, Sim dropped out. But anyway, look, we'll
Did you guys hear Michael Noah's interview about the modern game now?
Yeah. That's literally what what we've been talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, you had to be good.
We had
to be good. Now, as long as you got stamina, and I think Arsene Wenger might be one of the architects of that as well.
What have you been? What? No, but guys, what have you been watching?
Everyone looked
like he
trust me, we all did the same thing. Sim, you're gonna have to start that again.
Start that again.
No, sorry. What I'm trying to say, what have you been watching the past 15 years in football? It's just been like that. It's about athleticism. That's what it's about, bro. It's not about
15
years. You know what? Let me rein this in here.
That's why I'm gonna say Wenger slightly changed it as well. Still,
let me rein this in here, because what we don't want to do is just start throwing out points and bits and pieces, because we'll run on forever. And I want to come back to some of the points that you guys made a bit earlier. So, Sim, you were going to touch on the AFCON, which is just kicked off. What were you going to say about the AFCON?
I got something to say about that as well, man.
I'm going to be honest, man. For our fans, we need to start respecting African nations. Yes, we get it. We're a bit behind when it comes to football. However, it's a beautiful tournament where we see a lot of young, aspiring African footballers get to showcase their skills and their abilities.
Skills you've never seen before, boy.
The reason why
I just want to say Jurgen Klopp.
Yes, the reason why I say that as well, is because when you guys have some time, there's a documentary on Sky where you see how a lot of African players have actually contributed to the Premier League. And what I don't like is that I don't want to get into politics, but it's the whole Western and the whole flipping Europe and Africa situation. It's like Europe don't rate Africa. They will rip the resources from Africa and say, yeah, but we don't rate you. But really and truly, there's a lot of talent there. And for me, yes, I get it. Sometimes there's some bogus decisions in the AFCON and the pitches are not the best quality. But try and watch it with a light-minded view, in a way of try and take it for what it is. Because there's a lot of players there, man. Like, there's a lot of players. Like, I can name a couple from my head. Even for Fofana, he plays for Lens. He scored a cracker yesterday for Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast, yeah.
Yeah, he scored a cracker, bro.
Yeah,
so for me, my whole point is, I feel like the Western media, they very downplay these African tournaments, because one, maybe it's not suited to when it's played, but for us, as a fellow African, I enjoy it, man. I
Mm,
know Chris does the vibes, everything. I
mm.
enjoy it. It's something different. So for me, that's all I have to say about it. Because for me, I just feel like I don't like how we talk about it, and it's just like as Paz said, Jurgen Klopp was like, yeah, well, to be fair, I don't rate it. He didn't say it in those words, but it's like,
Oh,
yeah.
that's why you don't like him.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
So for me, it's like,
Fair
what-
enough.
your talisman is African, bro.
Mm.
He came from there. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say? Your talisman is African. And the only reason I get it from his point, because his point is, look, I've got a league to win. I kind of need him now. But it's like, no, man, let him go and play
Yeah, but
for his
that's not
country.
even African Nations Cup. Why is the competition being played in the middle of the season? Why can't we do it at the end of the season like the Euro, like the World Cup? That's my problem.
I think it's. I
You
don't know
really
if
want to
it's-
do the AFCON in June, July? Are you mad?
Yeah, I think it's the weather,
Why?
you know. I think it's
What,
the
too
weather,
hot?
you know.
45 to 50 degrees.
Yeah, I
But they
think
did
it's
it
the
in
weather.
what's it called? Saudi. What's it? Where did they go?
Brazil?
last?
Yeah, bro, if you
Brazil?
want to tell me right now that AFCON have Qatari money, I want to know what you're smoking.
No,
And,
Chris.
and,
Cali,
and,
man.
Chris.
and Chris,
Chris.
my whole point is that's
Brazil
what it
was in the
is.
summer. Brazil World Cup was in the summer.
Yeah, but Puz,
That's South American teams, and they've got a much bigger following.
No, the World
Much
Cup.
bigger following.
and another thing is, yeah,
Bro,
it's
you
not
acting
that.
like Africa is in a big continent, fam.
No. You've completely misunderstood what I said, Paz.
When you say bigger following, what do you mean?
Okay, what are you referring to?
No, you said that was Smiles was talking about that you guys were talking about the heat, and I said
Mhm.
Brazil World Cup was during the summer.
Which is
Right?
what? Brazil World. You talking about the
You were
FIFA World
saying
Cup in Brazil,
you were
or
saying
are
you were
you
saying about
talking
the
about
temperature.
the Copa
You were
America?
talking about, you were talking about the temperature.
Right?
No, the World Cup in Brazil. Can you remember when it was?
Are you talking about the FIFA World Cup? Because they
Yeah.
have
It
That's what
was
do
in
you mean I'm
summer,
talking about?
Puz. It was in summer.
It
Carry on.
Yeah,
Right,
it was in
okay,
summer.
yeah.
But Chris is talking about the heat, that the heat in Africa is too much. But I'm saying
Yeah, we
Brazil's
have South
got as well.
Africa as well. The World Cup
Right,
in South
okay.
Africa.
What summer was that?
2010. Oh, South Africa. No, so I don't know.
I can't
Which
remember the
2000?
Brazil one.
Was it 14?
2014, bro. You
Yeah,
don't know.
14.
Okay.
2014.
2014 Brazil World Cup, yeah, was played during June and July. Yeah?
No, so
Chris,
I'm
Yeah.
trying to understand your point about the temperature.
No, Chris, you hit the nail on the head. They've just got no. It is, guys. They've got a good following. Remember, South American footballs is they
He's not
absolutely
referring
adore
to
them.
South American football.
Not South
Put it
American.
this way. Look, the reason why, there's two reasons why. I made 2 points. There's 2 reasons why
Pause, you know
AFCON
the
is played
reason.
now.
It's money,
AFCON is
bro.
played now and not in the summer. The reason why it's not played in the summer primarily is 1, the weather is mad, but 2,
It's
they
money, bro.
don't have the following. They cannot command ITV, BBC iPlayer, our main television platforms, Sky,
they
BT,
can't.
TNT. They're not going to pay, or AFCON cannot demand from them that they play Nigeria against Ecuadorian Guineas.
Yeah,
No,
they can't, bro.
there's
No,
about
you're Chris.
for every
Chris,
100 people, there's one person that would want to watch that game.
Chris, you've hit the nail on the head. They can't. Remember, AFCON is basically played in the middle of all top European seasons, bro.
Yeah,
They don't rate that.
yeah.
That's what you lot got to understand.
So that's what Sim's saying. Give it its flowers. And Puz, I hear you as well. Look, guys, we gotta be on our points here. Sim,
Yeah.
that was really well said, and thank you for sharing that. And I
Yeah,
think we all agree with you on that one. To be honest, it doesn't get given its ratings. I think there's a lot more that can be taken, especially as Premier League fans. I agree with you. The African players have contributed so much to our league. Some of the greatest players in this league's ever seen are from Africa. So, Puz, did you have something you wanted to mention about AFCON, or you just want to cuss out Jurgen Klopp?
I was gonna say African countries need to do better as well, man.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm gonna just move it slightly on to a I know we all want to get into this one because I think it's gonna get used as ammunition to dig at me and Smiles, but it's gonna touch on some of the points we mentioned earlier about United as well. Jadon Sancho got an assist yesterday for Borussia Dortmund on his return back to his home, he called it, and social media absolutely blew up. Sancho's cooking. He's cooking. He's cooking. See, Eric Ten Hag was wrong. Boys, what's your opinions on this? Puz, I know you got an opinion to try and tell me right now that Sancho should be lauded and followed and not the club.
I've never ever said that to you. I couldn't give a toss what United do, if I'm being genuinely honest. Jadon Sancho has always been a good player. You don't just lose talent overnight. Obviously, something's gone wrong between him and Eric Ten Hag, and it's led to where it's led to. He came on yesterday. For someone that doesn't train properly, he's come on yesterday, you know, got a warm reception from the Dortmund crowd because they love him and he did well there. And he feels comfortable there, you know, he feels loved. You know, he knows the surroundings, he knows everyone. So it's always going to be easy for him going back to Dortmund. And he got an assist. So he's back happy playing football, where he feels like he's respected and loved, and he's just doing his thing. In terms of Manchester United, you lot seem to have got rid of a problem for 6 months. We just have to see what happens when he comes back. Are you going to try and sell him, or are you going to loan him out again? My guess is you're going to loan him out again, because the price that you guys are going to want from him, nobody's going to pay it.
Yep.
So if he keeps having a good season at Dortmund, you guys are kind of in a bit of a pickle.
Yep.
Because his price is up. You don't want to play him. As long as Eric Ten Hag is still there, doesn't seem like he's going to come back to the team. So if he starts playing well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's a problem.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah,
It's a good problem to have, though.
Problem.
It's a good problem
It's
to
not
have,
a good
though.
problem to have. It's not.
For
It's
who?
not.
Wait. Check this out. I'm going to play
Ten
devil's
Hag?
advocate. I'm going to play devil's advocate, yeah? Sancho does well. Sancho does well.
Yep.
You can demand minimum, because of his age, 60 million. Yeah?
Who's going to pay it?
All right, listen to this. Check this out. What you paid, 72 or 85?
75.
75? I'll take that 10 million loss as Man United fans. The reason why I'll take that 10 million loss as Man United fans,
15.
number one, 15 mil, sorry. Number one, you can reinvest into your team again. Number two, it kind of eradicates a problem where you don't have to pay those stupid wages to him.
You misunderstood the point, Sim. You're answering a different question. Who is going to pay Man United £60 million and his wage? Who in the world?
I'm sure you'll get someone to do that. If he has the wait. If he has the season that he had when you originally bought him, the second half of it, you get someone to do it.
Let me try and answer that question for you, okay? There was no one in the market for Sancho when we got him from Dortmund. No one.
I agree. I think it was just, I'll be honest with you. I think you lot overpaid for him, but I get English tax. But what I'm trying to say is, where football is right now, because of his age, if someone will take a punt on him for 60 million.
Who has 60 mil punt money?
Okay. Dominic Solanke is valued at 50 million. Dominic Solanke from Bournemouth. You're telling me you're not going to spend 60 million on Jadon Sancho?
Okay, you buy him then.
Huh? but Chris, you know what I'm trying to say? What you lot are basically trying to say is like, who will do it? I get it. It's gonna be far-fetched.
And you can't name me one team in the world that would do it. One team.
I'll be real. And you think I'm crazy? I think Barca might do it.
Barca.
I think Barca will do it.
Barca ain't got that money.
Hold on. Puz, as your second team, unofficial, official second team, do Barca have 60 million pounds and 300 grand a week to spend on Jadon Sancho?
They don't even have the patience. So no.
Forget that. Sim, I will. If there's one club in the world that need the FIFA World Cup more than any other team on the planet, it is Barcelona. They are so broke. They're not just broke.
Wait, do you mean a Super League?
You mean
sorry, apologies. If there's one team that need the Super League, apologies. I stand corrected. Thank you. It would be Barcelona. Sim, I hear what you're saying there, but Barcelona cannot do it. They would have to sell about 4 players to even consider it.
Okay.
They won't even consider it.
Okay, check this out. Yeah.
That's why they're trying to push out Frankie de Jong, because his wages are high.
Okay, I get what you lot mean, but what I'm trying to say, let's say this sounds crazy. What I'm saying, yeah. Let's say they get, let's say, a 55 million, yeah, for Rafinha, because Rafinha is meant to not be the guy right now.
And where's Rafinha going for 55 mil?
Rafinha can come back to the Prem for 55 mil.
Who's
We
going to
were
buy
gonna
Rafinha for 55 mil? Are you mad?
Bro, I think
No,
people
no
buy
one
Rafinha.
ain't, no one ain't spending 55 mil for
No one's
Rafinha.
paying 55 mil. Sim, what are you talking about right now, bro?
I think-
You know I give you so much flowers, I respect you,
No,
but you are
no.
talking nonsense at the moment, my bro.
You don't think no one would spend 55 million for Rafinha?
Who? Everton?
Not Rafinha.
Everton, Aston Villa, Spurs?
I don't know, man.
Spurs
You
spend 50. Spurs will spend 55 million pounds
don't- Okay,
on
guys.
Rafinha.
Alright, guys. I'm not being rude. You know, 55 millions looked upon like back in the day are 30 and 20 millions. That's
It's
kind
not
of
the
standard
amount.
for a
It's
player.
not the amount. It's not the amount. It's not the amount. It's not.
Rafinha's not on
55
crazy. He's not on crazy wages, bro.
Look. That's not the point. Rafinha. Look. When you're a club like Spurs, Villa, City, whatever, when you
Yeah.
spend 50, 60, whatever million pounds, that's got to be one of your main marquee signings. Spurs aren't going to
100%.
go and spend 300 million pounds in the summer. They will sell and they will buy. No one has Rafinha money. Rafinha is apparently on 170 grand a week, and he's valued at 42 million pounds by Barca because they paid 60 for him.
No, they
No-
paid
no
50.
one-
I swear they paid 50.
I think they paid 60 for him. I'm pretty sure they paid 60 for him.
No, I
They,
think
they're
they
not
paid
gonna- because
50.
they wanted him in January, and basically Leeds said no, and then they waited till the summer and then slapped that 60 mil and they went for him. They did. Ferran Torres, for example, went for 40 mil, and apparently
I think-
he's also on silly wages.
I think they paid 50 million for him, you know.
It doesn't really matter. The point is Rafinha. He's not gone there and tore it up. He's not worth it. He's not. They'll be lucky if they get 30 million pounds for it. Anyway, Smilez, what do you think of this Sancho situation?
Do you know what? I think I like Sancho. I'll be honest, I'm a bit biased. I'm talking from a biased point of view. I like Sancho.
Mhm.
I don't know what's happened between him and Ten Hag. I don't know why Ten Hag is adamant that he has to apologize to him publicly. I don't know what's happened behind
Because he
closed doors.
disrespected everyone.
Who? Everyone like who?
Sancho with his tweet.
Yeah, but that was just at Ten Hag though. It wasn't everyone.
He
Was that
disrespected everyone, bro. Everyone. I feel disrespected as a Man United fan from that tweet, man. Tough up.
Okay, fair. Yep. I get it. But I think he had a point because Anthony wasn't playing well, but he didn't get criticized as much as he was. I think
Anthony is
Sancho
getting it hard.
not 2 months or 3 months back. Or what, 2 months?
No.
Let's say
That's what I said. Now Sancho's like the picture. You lot wanna, not you lot, but people wanna jump on Anthony. Anthony's dog poo, bro.
Yeah.
Dog poo.
Yeah.
Poo in a dog poo.
Anthony
Poo in
could
a
go
web.
down as our worst ever signing.
Ever.
Brother,
A classic
Brother,
example.
do you remember
But
when we signed
even
Demba?
Di Maria done more than him in a short
Okay,
time. Di
guys,
Maria was
Nah,
there.
my
Di Maria
problem.
didn't
This
do
is my
more. No,
problem.
he didn't.
Alright, wait. This is
What
my
did you do about
argument.
Anthony? Yes, he did.
Wait.
He's
He
got
did,
against
Chris.
Arsenal.
I don't know.
Guys, wait. This is my argument. You lot spent 80 million on Anthony.
85.
85. And you're
Yes,
telling
so-
me no one's gonna take a punt on Sancho.
Yeah, but we
you're
were
not-
silly
you're-
though. But we
you're-
were silly.
Look, let me have my
You
say
will-
on Sancho now, and I'll also answer your point there, Sim. Okay. The money is silly. We get it. The money is silly. However, it is also the player profile. You are talking about at best, B-Tech players, at best, squad players for top teams. Okay. When I just said to you, Spurs, Villa, Everton, because Sancho cannot go to City, Sancho cannot go to Liverpool, Sancho cannot go to Arsenal, Sancho cannot go to Chelsea. Chelsea would be the one team, okay? But they've done that.
I was about to say.
They've done that. They've got Mudryk, they've got Mukwege, they've got Mudueki, they've got so many of those kinds of players, okay? It doesn't matter, okay?
Yo,
Sancho,
Sim,
they've got Sterling. He's there.
We're quite happy with this. I'm quite happy with this Mudryk thing that we never got him, man.
Yeah, Mudryk's looking like an
Dodge
L
the
already.
bullet.
So
I don't know if Arteta could have made him play well, but I'm happy we don't have to find out.
exactly. So the point is this: Rafinha, Sancho, who's the other players that have been mentioned? They're not top players. They're not. And I'm going to put this Sancho thing to bed. Whether you are Eric Ten Hag in or Eric Ten Hag out, okay? And I will come. Puz made a good point earlier about how players have been allowed to get rid of them. I know you lot are sick and tired of me talking about how crap this club's been run. I'm not going to use that as the whole reason, okay? But there are so many problems with Manchester United. On and off the pitch, we are the worst run club in world football. It is shocking. Sancho is just one example of a mess. When Ten Hag got rid of him because of the problems off the field, let's not forget last season, not this season, last season, because we don't know the reason why. We don't know the reason why. Eric,
time to go.
Thank you. Jadon Sancho had a mental. We don't know why. Something happened. I'll just say this. Something happened to Sancho, right? We don't know what. Eric Ten Hag gave him 4 recommended, a mental, physical, two mental and physical coaches, sent him to Netherlands for 3 months for rehabilitation.
Yeah, but after that, something's happened again.
No. It's just the tweet. Look, I can go back right now and give you 4 or 5 Borussia Dortmund quotes about his attitude and his attentiveness. He has had problems with being
Chris?
late and discipline.
Do we know that those quotes actually come from Dortmund? Is it coming from a reliable source?
Yeah, yes, they are, because we all know.
Matic said it, bro.
Matic said it. Look. He said it about a few players. Yeah, look, I can give you quotes.
United.
We both. No. Let me land. Okay, let me land. Okay. Pep didn't want him at City. Why? Attitude problems and work rate. Yeah. Okay, there's a pattern here. So he's gone to Dortmund. Now at Dortmund, he has been known to be a prima donna. If Sancho is not in an environment where everyone is loving him to death, he struggles. Why do I personally think he didn't? Why do I think he fell off and he needed that timeout? Because he didn't make the England squad. Why did he not make the England squad and go to the World Cup? Because he's shit. He's not good enough. He's not better in Southgate's eyes than Saka, than Foden, than Grealish, than Ward-Prowse, than Jared Bowden.
He's just not as reliable.
I don't care how much talent you have. I don't care how much drip you've got, okay? You can be the next Neymar.
You can't say he's not better. You just say he's not more as reliable as those players.
That's the term I'm using. That's the term I'm using. In terms of Southgate, Pep, Eric Ten Hag, and a couple of other managers, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well, okay? Sancho is not better. He's not a better option. I don't care about his talent. I don't care what you want to use. That's what I'm using. He's not better. He's not a better option, okay? All in all of that aside, that's problems better. At City, problems at City, problems at Dortmund, problems at United.
Man, we got a joke on this shit, man.
Hold on a minute. Are we forgetting? This is one of the biggest problems at United, by the way. Are we not forgetting? Is this not a player that we chased for a year? Is this not a player that we spent £75 million on and are paying £330,000 a week
Talk your
for?
shit, Chris!
Is this not a player, yeah? It's not a player that has had 2.5 years and 3 different managers. Rangnick, Ole, and now Eric Ten Hag. 3 different managers.
Wait. Can I, before you carry on, can I stop you there? Ralph Rangnick came out this week and said, I never had a problem with Sancho or any other players. Did you hear that, Smilez?
Yes.
Thank you.
But Sancho apparently was one of the players that got onto his methods. However, he didn't play him because Rangnick had to play under pressure. Rangnick was playing for results. Rangnick was playing Lindelof and Maguire. He was playing Lindelof and Maguire and McTominay all day and playing Elanga. He was picking Elanga over Sancho. My point is this: that boy has had a chance. He's had opportunities. Look at Donny van der Beek. Never had an opportunity. Look at Pellistri. Never had an opportunity. Sancho has had 2.5 years, 3 months off. You've had your chance. Fuck off. And that tweet that you sent, by the way, was disrespectful to everyone. I want to play a smile on my face. I'll work for the team. You work for the team. Nonsense, okay? Because you've had 3, 4, 5 months. And don't get me wrong. I heard what you guys said, how he can't do it. He can't say sorry because of what Eric Ten Hag said, the disrespect. You got to put yourself first, right? No. I don't want you at my club. I don't want players that put themselves first. I don't want teams. I don't want Neymar.
But
I don't want
Chris,
Mbappe.
can I say something to you? Can I say, do you understand the culture of football and football
Yep.
players?
hmm
We will spit you out when we ain't got nothing for you no more. You realize that? You
Yep.
seen what football clubs do to players?
It's
So
disgusting.
why do
Yeah,
we
no, bro,
expect
because
players?
I didn't make it.
Why
I
do
got
we
cut out as
expect
well. I hear
players?
you.
Why do we expect players to care about clubs?
Because what we want, Puz, I don't care. Look. The perfect example of what I'm talking
Would you
about.
want your son to get treated how football clubs treat players?
Listen to what I'm trying to say. Fans, any fan, don't care. I'll tell you why. Look at Benoit Asoyokota. All right. He came out publicly several times and says, I don't like football. It's just a job. But do Spurs fans love him? Do Spurs fans consider? Yes.
different,
Why?
Chris.
Because I tell you why. I tell you, I don't care. I don't care. Puz, I don't care. I don't care how much we pay you, if I'm being honest. I don't care if you love the team. There are so many legends of clubs
So
that
means
off
you
the
can't make
pitch,
point you're making
off
if you
the
don't
pitch,
care.
because when you put on the shirt, work your fucking ass off. When you put on that shirt, die. Because if I put on the shirt, I'm dying. If you put on the shirt, you're dying. I don't care if you have to play 2-3 times a week, right? Die.
If I support the club and I put on a shirt for the club, like Saka, yeah, I'm dying.
Thank
But
you.
if I don't support the club,
That's my point.
and you're just paying my wages, bro, I don't know if I might die for the peas. I don't know if I'm dying for the club.
I just told you. I don't care what your reasoning is. I don't care if you do it for money, for family, for fame, for nothing. Just work your ass off. Minimum requirement. We both know that if it's got to be Arsenal, City, Liverpool, you can't just work hard. You also need to have that drip, that talent. You also need to be super good, because we're challenging for titles, not City at the moment, but the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, City. You need to also not just work hard. That's minimum. You also need to be really good. You also need to be Riyad Mahrez, Sane, Salah, not Gakpo, sorry, apologies. Saka, Martinelli. Work rate is minimum. We can't even get work rate from Sancho, yet we're paying him more than all those players I just mentioned.
Me understand.
Thank you.
No,
Done.
look, I get where you're coming from, but I also get it from a player's perspective as well.
No. Look. Everyone has to be able to take a step back and realize that these players are living their own world. And you're right, they have to look after themselves and their family when it comes time to it. And I don't blame Sancho for feeling like he had to defend himself. You know, look, Eric Ten Hag did it this week. He called out Anthony Martial on his training as well. If I go back to Eric Ten Hag under Ajax, and when he was coaching the Bayern Munich second team, he did that. I think it's a Netherlands culture where they will call players out, right? They will say they're not training well, they're not getting enough. We're not getting what we wanted out from him this week, so that's why he's not in the squad. Eric Ten Hag's done that his whole career, but that doesn't run in this culture. We've got a culture of fans. But this English media have been cussing off Anthony Martial as a slow, lazy, lethargic footballer for 5-6 years. Eric Ten Hag calls him out in training this week, and all of a sudden the country wants to support Martial. What? Ask any Manchester United fan. They want Martial gone. They wanted him gone 3 seasons ago. But Eric Ten Hag calls him out and says he's not in the squad. He's not been playing because we're not happy with the levels. And all of a sudden everyone's Martial FC. I'm done with this culture. These fans make me see. We've got a culture of prima donna fans that would rather support a player than a club. And get back to your point that you said about how just get rid of them. We can't at Manchester United. They're all in flipping bubbles. I'll give you a good example. Ange has gone in at Spurs and in 6 months has got rid of Eric Dyer. A stalwart team for Spurs. He's been there for years. Harry Kane's had history.
No, I'm joking.
You're right. You know why I'm saying Eric Dyer, right? He's been dropped from the team, and now he's going Bayern Munich. Do you really think if Eric Dyer is Scott McTominay, is Harry Maguire, is Victor Lindelof, is Aaron Wan-Bissaka? If Eric Dyer was at Manchester United, he'd be on 200 grand a week. We would never let him go. It doesn't care if we brought in Conte, Pep, Ranić, Oli, Eric Ten Hag, Arteta, they would all be told the same thing. You can't sell him.
Really? You think so?
100%. You know that. That is the club. If we had Eric Dyer and any one of those managers came in, Jose came out 2 weeks ago and said, that when I came in the club within 3 months, I wanted 4 players out the team. 3 of them are still playing for the team. Martial,
he
Rashford,
said that.
Shaw. When he came in, he wanted Pogba, Martial, Shaw, and Rashford. He just wanted to drop Rashford. But he said, those 3 players, I want them gone. They're still here.
Yeah. I
Why is
remember he
Victor
said this,
Lindelof
yeah.
still here? Why is McTominay still here? Why are we 67 minutes into a game with Spurs relying on McTominay to come on and make a difference? Bro, the guy is Casper. He's a ghost. He's not good enough. We're not winning leagues with McTominay, but he's still here playing. We can't sell Sancho. He's on 350 bags. That's the point. Anyway, I've rambled. My bad. Let's talk about something else. Or
Big up
I
Sancho
think
still.
Nah, big him up still. You got to big him up
Big him
still.
up, man. Big him up, man.
wait, I need to chop that whole bit down into just like a 1 or 2 minute ramble, and we'll put it on some socials. Because, bruh, other
Yeah, man.
madness.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
Yeah, man.
that was from the heart, Chris, man. I get that, man.
Love for that. Anyway, boys, I think we're done. I think we've wrapped it all up. I think we covered everything we wanted to cover there, boy.
Yeah, we have still.
All right, we chopped it up nicely. All right, thank you so much for tuning in.
Pause.
Welcome back again. What did
Happy
I
New
say
Year,
now?
man.
What did
Happy
I
New
say? This guy gets me every week on a pause moment. I swear.
Happy New Year, man.
Every week. Happy New Year, everyone. Listen, we've been the everyday fan. Sim, say your piece. Puz, say your piece.
Be gone. Big up Smilez. Had to go. But guys, like, share, subscribe, save it on go on our Instagram, save the videos,
Yeah.
do everything to support us. We need all your help this year. It's the everyday fans. We're going to be creating way more content, way more content than just football reviews. But just keep following us and keep supporting us, and we'll always show the love back. Don't know.
Love.
Love.